Welcome guys, it is F1 2017 time once again, and we are here in the beautiful country of Belgium, here driving for our second race for the Red Bull Racing Formula 1 team. And if you missed the last race in Hungary, there's a link in the description for that. It's an absolutely fantastic race that was personally one of my favourites. We don't have any resource points for any upgrades or anything like that, but the car isn't looking too bad anyway. We've got the third best car in Formula 1. And yeah, I'm going to swap out some performance parts here. I was going to use it's for practice, but I was going to use the old engine for Hungary and the new engine here for Spain, not for Spain, for Spa. But sadly, I did not think about that. But we're going to use that. Yep, this is for practice, and I will see you guys after probably for qualifying or maybe even the race. I don't know what I'm going to have in, so I will get on with practice, guys. I will see you soon. Welcome to qualifying time here for the Belgian Grand Prix. The track acclimatization has been completed. I didn't want to bore you with any of that in case you guys didn't like it. So yeah, we're here for qualifying in Belgium. I'm looking forward to it. Kimi Räikkönen certainly looks happy enough to qualify here in Belgium. And yeah, an 8-point lead we've got in the Drivers' Championship after the last race. In Hungary, there's Felipe Massa looking very shaded there in the garage of Williams here in Belgium. McLaren, wonder how they're going to do today in today's race, but let's get on with to see how my first lap went for us. Coming to the final corner. That's late on the brakes for the Red Bull drive. Well, for us as in the Red Bull, as we've run very wide, that's going to really affect us. What's our time going to be? We're going to be P4 ahead of Esteban Ocon, but I don't imagine that's going to be any quicker. But we're behind Bottas, so let's go back to the garage and regroup and then go for another run. Okay guys, so here we are. We're coming around to start our final qualifying lap. Can this be the lap that puts us anywhere near pole position? We've got less than a minute to go, so it's now or never for qualifying here in Belgium. But we're looking good in P5 at the minute, so it's not bad, but we need to finish P4. That's our team objective. So down into turn 1 on the messed turn 1 up slightly. But don't worry, we made a mistake out of the final corner, and we've got some time to make up in the middle sector anyway, so qualifying could still go our way as we're coming up over a Rouge down to the Kemmel Straight that we're on now. Right, it's this lap or never, because qualifying has been completed now. Not bad through there, but we're dropping a bit of time. Late, super late on the brakes. Not as late as other people will have been, but out of the final corner now. P4 for us in qualifying for the Belgian Grand Prix. So that means we jump our teammate, and we're not on the front row though, but I'll take P4 for qualifying. Absolutely fantastic. Get in there, boys. But our rival Lewis Hamilton is on pole position, so maybe we're not that quick in a straight line, but I don't really know. It's going to be tricky here, but at least we've out-qualified a Mercedes. Our teammate Ricardo is in 6th, so let's get on with the Belgian Grand Prix. Here we are, guys. It is race day here in Belgium at the track that gave Michael Schumacher his first ever Grand Prix win back in 1992. Jordan, their first ever pole in 94. And, of course, Force India, which was the Jordan team, their first pole in 2008 with Giancarlo Fisichella. And, yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic track. We're in for a classic Grand Prix again. There, Kimi Räikkönen starts in 3rd place. We start P4, of course, for today's Belgian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton, championship rival, down 8 points after the disastrous Hungarian Grand Prix for him. Down 8 points in the championship as we take the lead for, I believe, the first time this season, or the second or third time. There's Ericsson shaking hands for the start of the Belgian Grand Prix. So let's get down to the grid.
We're past the halfway mark and you're performing well so far. Let's have a strong, confident start for today's race.
Okay, then the formation lap is going to get underway any moment now. I would normally have the grid in for this, but I don't think I've recorded it this time. But yep, I hope there's no technical issues as we the Belgian Grand Prix, 11 laps. It's not going to be a long Grand Prix, although it's a long lap. But yeah, no rain in sight as it is looking a bit overcast and a bit cloudy. But we're looking to get off the line and get off into turn 1 in the lead to see what we can do. But we will have this engine going through. We have to be careful with it because I'm planning on taking it through Monza and Singapore as well. So the Belgian Grand Prix is about to get underway, guys. Let me know where you think we're going to finish in the comments. No skipping ahead and cheating. But yeah, let's get on with the Belgian Grand Prix, guys. Can we get our first back-to-back win? Well, first time we win back-to-back races. Can it be today? Okay then, the lights are coming on for the start of the Belgian Grand Prix. When they go out, we'll be underway here in Spa. We are underway and we've made a great start there initially. Great reactions on the start. Sebastian Vettel already on the outside of Lewis Hamilton. Can we get up the inside? Yes, we can. Dive bomb extreme down into turn 1. We're out in the lead, which is exactly what we needed to do. So, yes, I know the turbocharger. We're going to change that for Monza anyway. But look at that. Look at the slipstream. Lewis is got over. Oh, Rouge coming out through the Kemmel Straight. I'm going to send him to the outside though. You're not going to get through on the inside here, Lulu. You have to go the long way around if you want to get the lead back in this Belgian Grand Prix. As now we're through the chicane, in the lead, still ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Absolutely fantastic. No contact. Bottas has moved up from 5th to 3rd on the first couple corners. Absolutely fantastic for the two Mercedes drivers. We might have a challenge on with them today. Okay, so Pouon's not exactly flat on heavy fuel, which, to be fair, I didn't expect it to be, but we're out in the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. Let's hope we can stay here for the entire race, but I don't think we will. Right, here comes Lewis Hamilton on a charge round the final few corners through Blanchimont. Well, I think we've already been through Blanchimont, but this is a very, very tight, well, very tricky part of the circuit here. We're later on the brakes than I think than the Mercedes man. As we're locked in combat with Lewis Hamilton at the end of the first lap of the Grand Prix. We are leading the Belgian Grand Prix. Let's put the fuel mix up a little. As we got the fastest lap, of course, because we've the only one to set the fastest time because we're the leader. The slipstream will help Lewis over the next few corners. So while we are, taking this few laps, shall we take a look at the first lap of the Grand Prix? Okay then, here is a replay of the start as all the lights go almost out, away, and away we go for the start. We made a relatively good start there going off into turn 1, and then we made a dive bomb, a faith move, feeling that no other car was there on the inside. And then, oh, somebody's lost a bit of the front wing. That must have been Valtteri Bottas as I saw it flying. And there you go. Coming up through Eau Rouge to take, in the lead of the race. A bit wide through there. Lewis got such a better run through there. Although he wasn't able to get past us. Although he tried. So, yeah, back to the action now, guys. Look, there's Lewis trying to go round the outside. But, yeah, back to the action, guys. Oh, what you're on about now. But if we finish second and he finishes first, then that means the championship will be 1 point going into Monza for this. Well, this is the start of the second half of the season, isn't it? So, no, I'm going to keep current. I'm not going to change. Why would I want to change? As Vettel has got back past Valtteri Bottas. As we come into the last couple of corners now, let's turn the engine mix down to standard again. Down to the final corner. Lewis is going around the outside of the chicane. We could have broke a bit later. But can we cut him off down into... Yes, we can. We hold him off. What a defence there. As Sebastian's caught right up to the back of us. Fastest lap of the race. No, by Sebastian Vettel. Pit window is now opened as DRS is enabled. Down to first gear through the first turn. Not what I would have wanted, but Come on, Sebastian, help me out here, matey. Let's run Rich Mix again, because I will be pitting this lap, so we might be held in the stops. So we're not. I don't think we're going to win this Grand Prix, but it's still early. Over the curb there. That's not what you need when you're trying to race a fantastic car like Lewis Hamilton's. I'm not going to forget to pit this lap, but I'm going to forget to turn slightly. Oh, holy crap! No, Lewis, stay behind, please. We're trying to defend all lanes here. Sebastian Vettel's involved in this fight as well. This is going to be very, very tricky coming down to the pit lane. I'm going to go defensive again. Roman Grosjean is out of the Grand Prix, so the Haas, well, Kevin Magnussen's teammate is out of the Grand Prix. As we're all coming into the pit lane together. I think we are. Yes, we are. Us three coming into the pits as we got it right this time. But we're probably going to be held in the stops here, so come on, get us out ahead of Lewis. Come on, come on. Yes, 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 that's absolutely fantastic. What we need. It's exactly what we needed. We need to put the power down now when we come out of the pit lane and running Rich Mix again. So, disengage pit limiter. Don't crash in the pit lane. Don't crash in the pit lane. Yes, look at that. That's helped us out big time. That has. That Force India coming down the pit lane. They're still helping us out, even though we're not driving for them. To be fair, they're still going to catch up pretty quickly, these two, these two behind Vettel and Lewis. So, being held in the stops, them being held in the stops did help out slightly, which means we wasn't jumped. But you know what I mean. But there's no reason why Verline should get out the way here, because we're racing for position. Although I didn't realise you were going to give me that such of a hard time there, Pascal.
Daniel has come into the pits. Daniel in the pits now.
Look at this train of cars. A few of them are broken off for the pit lane. But, wow, that big train of cars there as we are coming into the fifth lap of the race. Can we get up the inside of Van Dorn down into turn 1? Yes, we can. And Jolyon Palmer is currently in third, but he's yet to stop. Going quite long on them soft tyres, ultra soft should I say. They must be brand new, but yeah, that Mercedes is behind us. He's really caught up big time, hasn't he? He's behind, I think. Well, Verline, I think he is. I was going to say Ericsson, but what are you doing, Palmer, going to defend for? You're on a different strategy as we still get past Palmer and still make the corner in a way we normally would do. So Lance Stroll is leading the Belgian Grand Prix. Up the inside of Carlos Sainz down here. Risky move, but it paid off. And I pulled it off. Can we take the lead before Stroll even needs to pit? And hopefully these cars can hold up Lewis Hamilton slightly. Well, that's bad for saying that if there's any Lewis fans watching. But I want to win the championship. But we're lacking a bit of straight line speed. But that's got to be down to the turbocharger as well. Throw it up the inside of Stroll. We didn't need to. It's a risky move because he was coming to the pits anyway. But we pulled it off and we're up the inside and we're leading the Belgian Grand Prix as we take the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. As Lewis Hamilton will move up to third place. He should move ahead of Verline as well. No, Verline's still out on the circuit. This is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to run a bit of Rich Mix as we are into lap number 6 here in Belgium. That 4.7 second gap, I'm going to save a bit of fuel then, because if we need it later on in the Grand Prix, if Lewis has a problem. But so Lewis did get past Verline as we wide through there. That's not good. So yeah, that gap, and Vettel got past Verline as well. So expect them two to catch up big time, as they're definitely going to catch up now after that. Come on, Codemasters, man. I thought you would have patched that by now. I've already had a video up about it. We're driving this exact car as well through there doing that. Lost over 2 seconds to Lewis Hamilton because of that. Not to worry though, we've still got plenty of laps left and we should be able to defend. Oh, God's sake, he's on about what's... Are you kidding me? We have to stay out of rich mode? So I'm going to get a new MG UK on for the next race in Monza. I'll make sure on it. Okay, now Lewis is going to be there with DRS. He's close enough to at least make a move. But I don't know. Actually, is he? I'm going to go a bit defensive. He's there. He's there. We almost made a bit of contact, but we held him off. We held Lewis Hamilton off. I don't need to run rich mix, to be fair, so we only need to hold on for a few laps. You're not going to try and pass at Puon, are you, Lewis? No, I thought you wasn't. Oh, if only this Red Bull was on par with the pace of the Mercedes and the Ferrari, this race would have been so much easier. Like it was in Hungary, that was a perfect race for me in Hungary. Mind you, we made a bit of contact with Lewis, wasn't deliberate. He's trying to find every which way to go past. He decided to give us a bump draft instead, and now Sebastian Vettel is in this fight. We're definitely losing a bit of speed. I should have put a new turbocharger on the car for this Grand Prix in Spa, but I didn't think of it. I didn't think it'd be a problem. As somebody else comes back into the pit lane, as somebody did on the previous lap as well, so let's cut the corner slightly there. That might... Oh, Lewis is going to be right there. He's going to go past us. I can feel it. Although he's going to have to go around the outside again. But is it going to be enough? Can we hold him off at the braking point? Can we get back up the inside of the Brit? Going in... Well, our fellow Brit, we've made a bit of contact. We're side by side through this chicane. I've pushed him out wide. We're still side by side. As Sebastian Vettel gets involved as we are up the inside. They've made contact, Vettel and Lewis. As now we retake the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. Okay, Sebastian Vettel's managed to get around the outside of me. I don't know how he managed to do that. It's all down to slipstream and the power of the car. But we can get up the inside at the final turn. I'm not easing up on this one neither. Even though Sebastian's a bit further back in the championship, but we do it around the outside of the final turn. To start lap 11 of, well, no, lap 10 of 11. It's a close fight, this is. Very close. And now the same of what with Lewis Hamilton is now with Sebastian Vettel. Is he going to be close enough to make a challenge down into the chicane? He's not ahead as Lewis Hamilton was, but still later on the brakes, holding him up slightly. And we've covered him off for now.
This is your final lap of the race.
Yes, final lap of the race as we're on the brakes down into turn 1 for the final time at racing speed. Can we win back-to-back Grand Prix? We're so close to it. We're so close. We're running rich mix. We're coming through Eau Rouge at the top of Radion. Through to the Camel Straight. Sebastian Vettel going to have is in DRS range. Pascal Wehrlein's out of the race. You don't need to worry me about that. As we now are going into the chicane for the final time. Vettel's still there. We've had to... He's gone deep. Although he's going to put us on the outside. We're going to sweep back to the inside. Contact with the Ferrari. Another bit of contact. Wheel banging with the Ferrari through here. I'm trying to keep it on the inside. We're trying to cover him off as we go round the outside of Sebastian Vettel. Come on. We should have it now. We should have it. Just need to come around the final few corners. Yellow flag. I'm not bothered about yellow flag. Let's just get into the final chicane. Get down the brakes, down the gears. We're deep into that corner. We're tight through the final turn, but we're out of the final turn. to finally win back-to-back Grand Prix, win the Belgian Grand Prix after a classic race with Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. Get in there, extending our championship lead. Lewis Hamilton it's by 10 points, so the gap, if I work it out, it's going to be 18 points now after that Grand Prix. Get in there. Back-to-back Grand Prix wins from Hungary and Belgium. What a way to start the second half of the season with a low-res Christian Horner celebrating. There we are. We win 2 Grand Prix for Red Bull. Our first 2 Grand Prix with Red Bull as well. Lewis Hamilton on the podium. Get in there, boys. You guys have built one hell of a car, and we are good enough to defend that move with Sebastian Vettel, though. And that move with Lewis Hamilton, I was trying to pinch him down through that corner, that descent, that right-handed descent into the corner with no name. And yes, get in there. Tried to pinch him. A bit of contact, but no damage done to either car. And what a race that was. My hands are tingling. Actually, I was getting lightheaded as well. I didn't know we could hold it around the outside of these guys. What some overtaking and defense we pulled off there to win the Belgian Grand Prix. There we are, celebrating. So, let's have a look at the moment. We will have a look at the Drivers' Championships in a moment. So, we win ahead of Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, Kimi Raikkonen, and then Valtteri Bottas. Esteban Ocon finished in 6th after P9, after qualifying 9th. Ricciardo moved to 7th. Lance Stroll got on the last points after leading a bit of the Grand Prix. Magnussen, after qualifying 8th, finished 13th. Alonso finished 14th. Palmer moved up from the back of the field. And Grosjean and Verline all out of the Grand Prix. So we will look at the Drivers' Championship standings in a moment. Okay then, so here are the championship standings coming out of this Grand Prix here in Belgium. After that second place finish for Sebastian Vettel, he moves up to second place in the Drivers' Championship. Lewis Hamilton moves down to third, but is 18 points behind, and we have a 17-point lead over Sebastian Vettel. So the championship is looking quite close, and it's looking good for us. Verstappen moves down behind Perez because Verstappen isn't racing. Now it is me that's racing for Verstappen, and Ferrari and Mercedes are tied on points in the Constructors' Championship. So absolutely fantastic racing, and Haas and Renault have got some points tied on, and McLaren, I believe McLaren finally gets some points this season. I don't think it is Alonso and Van Dorn finally got some points, but yeah, the championship is now 17 points, but our nearest rival now is the German 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel. So let's go back to the main menu, guys, to see how the team are impressed with us. Okay then, here our resource points positions gained, penalty free, absolutely fantastic. And we did beat our rival Daniel Ricciardo once again. Look at that, 13-6. We will easily win that. And look at that, our reputation, even Force India is starting to enjoy us a bit more. But Mercedes, the reputation is going up. I will not drive a Mercedes unless it's absolutely a terrible car. But there's nothing that we need to report on for after this Grand Prix. So Ferrari are leading the Constructors. We've won 2 Grand Prix back-to-back now, guys. Let's have a look at that. Yes, 2 Grand Prix back-to-back, first and first. Now we're going to be on to Monza. If you like this video, guys, let me know in the comments. And I will see you guys for the Grand Prix in Monza. So let's enjoy this Belgian Grand Prix victory.